In DC, for DC. DC Radio, 96.3 HD4 and DCRadio.gov.
And welcome to Co-Play Media! Oh, man, what's going on, man?
We here.
We in
As
the
always.
building, dog.
All right. You know what I'm saying? How was your weekend, dog?
My weekend was good, bro. My weekend was good. I spent it with the wifey, you know what I'm saying? I got to take my wifey out to the movies.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, before we even get into anything, I need to talk about how expensive movies are.
Yo, it's very expensive. That's why people stream it illegally.
Yo, I went to the movies. It was like $100 experience.
Yo, yeah, that sounds about right.
Dog.
If you want to enjoy yourself, have snacks and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Like the snacks was like $35.
Yeah, that's not even including dinner.
Yeah,
that's not even including dinner.
I was like, we cooking after this.
Yeah,
like,
we're not going to dinner.
I was like, this is dinner.
You wanted steak, but now we got to go to and make these tacos.
You gotta rock with these sliders that you just ordered. Like that's gotta do you.
And it takes so long.
It takes forever.
Movie food takes way too long. It's not even worth it.
Well, it depends on what you get. Like the nachos and the pizza are kind of pre-made.
Yeah.
The other stuff takes forever.
Like the pizza even takes too long. Like you just kind of sitting there. They making it to order. It's not like Little Caesars hot and ready.
Oh man.
Get the $5. Yo. How much is a pizza at the movies?
This is like $12.
Yeah.
It's like $12 and it's the size of my hands.
The Little Caesars is $5.
And you get like a whole
hot
pizza.
And ready.
And it's ready for you. But they don't, you know what I'm saying? There's not enough money in it.
Wow.
But we saw the movie Birds of Prey.
Okay.
And I am conflicted about it, man. I am conflicted.
Tell me about it, man. I have not seen it, but I've heard some bad things.
It wasn't per se bad.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of good things about it. Like the action was really good.
Okay.
Harley Quinn.
I'm about to say Margot Robbie is usually a pretty good Harley Quinn.
You know what I'm saying? A hot white girl. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely white girl hot.
Yes.
And she does a good job. Also, Black Canary is also very sexy. She does a good job.
Okay.
I feel as if the little Asian girl that plays Cassandra Cain, she was somewhat likable, and they definitely like dig deep into the whole spectrum of color and the LGBT community.
Oh, yeah.
Like they really cover their bases.
That, yeah.
And it was a little man haty. I'll admit it wasn't.
I figured it would be.
It was like it was enough that if you weren't thinking about it, you wouldn't walk away thinking that. But next to my wife, who was like,
Oh,
yeah,
she was doing all that. Oh.
You say, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, okay, this is
annoying.
Like, this is not for me. You know what I'm saying? This is not for me. But like, let me still, I already paid. Like, let
female empowerment.
It was very empowering.
I'm with it.
And is by far going to be like the worst DC Universe movie.
Really?
Not the worst. Like, I'm trying to think.
Suicide Squad was pretty bad.
Well, they followed the same kind of structure as Suicide Squad, like of introducing bad guys that didn't like her for a specific reason because she broke up with Joker, so now everyone's trying to kill her.
Because she broke his heart or something?
They kind of gloss over it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to ruin something right here. You don't even really see Joker like that, so don't expect him.
Yeah, you didn't really see him in Suicide Squad.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just enough to kind of be like, like get your get your hopes up a little bit.
Yeah.
But besides like that, if you don't care about character development, you know what I'm saying? Like,
which is very important.
I feel as if there was a higher importance on making sure it was politically correct than good.
Okay.
But they really nailed the action and the politically correctness of things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like there needs to be more movies where women, like, while they're like fighting men, like they really get beat up. Like, because it's like, hear me out. Me and you, we watch anime, right?
Yeah.
Usually in anime, they're not shy about like, you fighting men.
Oh, you catch hands. Like women who are in there, you better be on your P's and Q's.
Remember, like, you got Android. Which one is she? 18?
I think she's Android 18, I think.
So 18, when she was fighting Vegeta, right? You remember what she did to Vegeta?
Yo, she broke his arm in like the hilarious way.
That's not a woman you want to not go like easy on. Like you gotta go in on her. She's dangerous.
She ain't playing no games, you know. And there was a lot of. I will also give. Harley Quinn had this weird, crazy power of just
crazy.
She is super crazy.
You don't want to go easy on that.
You don't want to go easy on that.
She might kill you if you give her the chance.
And she was like lucky to the point where it's got to be a power. Like you so lucky. Like there was a scene where she ran into. I'm just ruining everything. Spoilers. Where she ran in a police station, and it was a fantastic action scene, you know what I'm saying? She walks in and she's like just blamming everybody, you know what I'm saying, in a police station.
It's crazy.
But it's a police station, you know what I'm saying? All through your mind, you're like, you would have not walked out of a police station. Like, not only did she go in, take on everyone in the police station, but then she fought all of the criminals, and then she made it out with like barely a scratch. And I was just
crazy.
Like,
yeah,
you could have at least struggled a little bit.
Somebody was, you know, like I like it when it's realistic like that. Like, were you really going to make it out of here that easy?
Nah.
All these guys, you know.
No, 3 of them pulled out their guns? You done slayed all the police. 3 of them just happen to have their gun with them and miss and run up on you like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can get your karate move in.
I get it. It's not politically correct to show women getting, you know, beat up.
Well, I find that it's also the flaw in the movie as well is that Margot, that Harley Quinn is so indestructible. Like she doesn't even have like a vulnerable moment. You know what I'm saying? Because she's just she is crazy indestructible during everything.
Her power is literally that of a crazy ex.
Yes.
You ever had a crazy ex that just got away with everything like keying your
Nah, oh my God. Yo, what? That exists?
Crazy exes get away with a lot of stuff.
The worst that I ever got is a crazy ex, like she poured a bunch of grease on my windshield wiper.
What does that do?
So
I've never heard of that.
It was very strange, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like...
Was it bacon grease?
It was like bacon grease. It was like grease. So she was expecting that I would turn on my windshield wipers and then it would grease up the windshield.
Yeah, then you can't see.
And then I can't see.
Yeah.
Which I was like, are you trying to get me killed? You know what I'm saying? But I just grabbed some paper towels and like wiped it off.
And it was all good.
And it was good. I was like, okay.
Grease.
I was like, this is...
Grease.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not sure if this is...
Where was she from?
I don't know. She was from the South. Like, I guess this is a Southern thing. Like, I'm just happy she didn't put anything like break a window or key up my car.
She could have like ruined it.
They slash a tire.
She got away with that though.
Oh.
You see that? That's a superpower.
Oh, that's scary. That's scary. I don't want that, man.
But yeah, I mean, Birds of Prey came out.
Oh, they had Rosie Perez. It was nice seeing her.
I like Rosie Perez.
Yeah.
Classic.
It was nice seeing her again. It was like, I love her voice.
Yeah. She like Dominican, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah. Hyper
thick Dominican accent too.
Just stereotypically
from
Dominican.
Brooklyn. Like, where's she from?
Yeah, it's like Brooklyn or New York or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
That thick Dominican accent plus New York.
Yeah, it's
different.
It's just in your face. I like it. She was an okay character, kind of forgettable as a cop a little bit. But
she was a cop?
Yeah. She was like a cop who was really good at her job, but her partner, you know what I'm saying, was somehow kept getting over.
So it was just strong female roles in here.
It was very strong female roles.
Females in positions of power.
And I feel as if, you know what I'm saying, I feel as if there should probably be an overcompensation because there's such a lack of movies that are like this.
Yeah, that's true.
So and then it still doesn't necessarily hammer it in. Like if I was just there and I was just watching it, I could have walked away and not thought about the movie at all.
Wow. Okay.
You know, like,
so on a scale of
6.
A 6 out of 10.
6. Okay. I'm this close to calling it trash, but it was just always short. Okay. Like the jokes were always short. There was very little character development. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want a segue?
Let's do it.
So it's very little development, kind of like most movies in the DC universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at Marvel movies, there is even the villains. Like the villain in this movie, he was kind of scary, but he didn't have the kind of development that you would get like out of Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't
Who
like
was the villain?
A Black Panther. It was Black Mask, but I forgot who he's played by. He did a good job. He did a fantastic job. But he was scary, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But he was like the Black Mask. I've never heard of him until this movie.
Me neither. Wasn't there a Red Mask?
It was kind of weird. Like he was kind of creepy with it. Like it was kind of scary, but
like
it kind of like
creepy guy.
Yeah.
Creeping on women.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like with the rated R creep on things. You know what I'm saying? Like he just had like even like the relationship he had with his like main henchman was kind of like weird, and there was like a sexual undertone to it. You know what I'm saying?
Like he abuses her or something.
Well, like he would have the dude kill people, and he would watch, and they would both kind of like get off on it. Like, yeah, it was a dude.
Oh, okay.
So it was
that's
like
the LGBT part.
You know what I'm saying? Like they really covering all the bases, which is respectable. In the movie, like they don't even say anything. It's just kind of like even Rosa Perez is in a relationship. You know, with one of like with the DA or somebody who was in there in the police area with her. Like it was an extremely politically correct movie. There was really good action. There was really good fighting and graphics. But just like a lot of DC movies, the characters, the birds of prey themselves, like the Huntress had a way better story that was never covered.
Oh, like in the real comics and stuff.
You know, the thief had no powers and was just a regular girl running around being kind of a douche.
Oh, wow.
And
that sucks.
You know what I'm saying? The characters are undeveloped, and they don't even really unite until kind of like it's too late.
Yeah, you know what? That's really disappointing. Like, the movies that are coming out for DC, I feel like The Dark Knight, those movies I felt
were good.
Set the tone.
We're good.
Like, how do you regress from that? Like, stay in that lane where it's like, it's Batman, but it's like realistic Batman.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I agree.
Bane was realistic. Like, he's just a buff guy.
A buff dude with a funny
that
voice.
Wears body armor for no reason,
Oh, yeah,
really.
yeah.
Like, he's just militant. Like, you know, from Leaving Shadows, and you know, I like that accent. Like, that accent was beautiful.
It would kind of like get you. Like, perfect. I could take him. Wait,
hold up. This guy likes tea and crumpets. And
would you like some tea and crumpets?
Martin. Like, he was articulate. Like, to me, that was scary because it's like, yo, this man will break your back, and he gonna read a book afterwards.
It's like Buzz Killington lost it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will not stand for this.
Like, so the fact that the DC movies, compared to the Marvel movies, are going the way that they are, I feel like, I don't know, man. They just gotta burn it all down, like, and start over, because I'm not feeling it.
I mean, I will say, like,
even the Justice League movie, it was like, this was supposed to be the answer to the Avengers. But it's like, nah.
Well, if you look at it from like a money standpoint, only Aquaman and the DC universe get together, Justice League, whatever movie that they had, were the only ones that really made it into the upper $1 billion, like the Mad Money. Like everything else.
If they're smart, they need to open up the comic book and do a whole like Super Friends type joint. Like
Super Friends for
they
real?
Gotta do everybody
with the Wonder Twins.
Because the way they're going now, they're only doing like the main people. Like I like Justice League Unlimited because it was everybody.
That's true.
Everybody was there,
and they had some good movies like Wonder Woman. They got it right.
Wonder Woman was done well.
It was done well.
It actually it was on par with like Captain America.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree.
Like it was definitely on par with that. Like that was well done. Whoever was directing that,
they need to stay up on that.
Stay up on it. Like they probably should get that person
to do it again.
That. He needs to do the rest of them.
I agree with that.
The rest of them.
I agree with that.
Like I'm not mad at buff Batman Ben Affleck. I'm not mad at it.
But even in the Batman trilogy, that's not even really a part of the DC universe. Like they don't even kind of really add it, which is kind of lame.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But like you said, character development, like you got Marvel characters are appearing in multiple movies. Yeah. All of it ties together. Whereas with this, like I would love to see Wonder Woman in that Dark Knight universe.
Yeah,
like I would like to see Harley Quinn next to what would the Heath Ledger Joker, like what would his girlfriend look like?
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
And what would it look like, Harley Quinn fighting someone like Wonder Woman? Is she just going to just punch her, just clear the heck out? You know what I'm saying?
No. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be an all out, like, yo, I feel like Dark Knight set the tone and they just went away from it for some reason. Like, everybody wants to see the Dark Knight movies. You know what I'm saying?
I like seeing the Dark. I mean, because that was really the best Joker in my opinion still.
Best Joker. Bane
did a great job.
And he wasn't even how Bane is in the comic books.
It was totally,
worked.
it was a straight veer off.
It worked. Even the Scarecrow. Like
Scarecrow
the way
was nice.
They portrayed the Scarecrow was like believable.
Yeah, you know what?
I can see that happening.
I can see him as a psychologist. I can see him as crazy.
Yep.
This works.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Like,
and he uses the flower. They just wrapped up the plot right there with the bows. Like,
you know
bang.
what I'm saying? And he was still in there, like in one of the other movies, like just getting caught again.
Just getting caught again. Like, just, you never learn. Like, you got me again, Batman.
Oh, yeah. Like, I feel like The Dark Knight has to come out. I feel like the Arkham, like, games need to be movies at this point.
I ask you this. What do you think out of the DC universe was the best DC villain?
The best DC villain, man. I love Heath Ledger. That Joker was classic, but Bane. Bane was like the villain. Like I would watch that movie over and over just because it's like this villain is definitely intelligent.
Oh yeah.
This villain is definitely strong.
Super strong.
And he's definitely gonna give Batman or whoever that worked. Like, he broke his back.
Broke his back. I love that fight scene. You know what I'm saying? Like,
broke his back. And the way he came down from off the rafters from above him, like, it was like, yo, this man loves pull-ups. Like, his arms. How's his arms so strong?
Man, just live doing pull-ups, you know what I'm saying? Just be in the shower, just going.
Nobody does
you know what I'm saying?
one-handed
Like,
pull-ups, but this guy is just so sneaky. Like, he was the ultimate counter, I think, physically, to Batman, whereas the Joker was the counter mentally.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I absolutely agree with you there.
Yeah.
Like, and those are like excellent villains.
Mm-hmm.
But I still feel as if like, dang man, like. What was his name? Thanos or whatever?
Yeah, Thanos.
Like everyone seemed to sympathize with that guy. I was always like, yo, I do not feel as if half the population needs to be decimated. Like, and everybody's like, yep, they all gotta go. Thanos is onto something. I'm like,
Thanos is onto something, man.
Like, I know it sounds good, but
that's how like people like Hitler come into power, and then they get followers.
You
like,
know what I'm saying?
You
like,
really
you really down for this?
Fan? Like, yo,
everybody's gotta go.
Everybody, half the population is too many of us.
Like, what?
I'm actually doing you a favor. Watch.
For real?
Yeah. But and then it was random because I guess he was like, yo, we did it before, but now I just need to do it to the whole universe. I'm actually just the cleanup guy. Don't at me, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't come at me, man.
Don't at me, dog.
Like, yo, like, how you gonna live a peaceful life afterwards? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just sit there crispy. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, yo, you know we had to come find you, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
You did too much.
We need retribution. We can't let this stand. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he changed the whole universe.
The whole universe.
Crazy.
You think you're just gonna be a farmer after that?
You're just
you know
gonna
what I'm saying?
plant trees after that and become a pacifist? You gotta pay for your war crime.
Yeah, man, you gotta go, pimp. You can't just sit there and just watch the sun set.
Bad person, man.
Yeah,
abusing your daughter and stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Dog. Like, dog, killed her, not just abused her.
He had her apart and suspended.
Yeah,
in time and space, just
in pieces. Like, what kind of dad is this, man? This is terrible dad right here.
Dad, abusive.
And people loved it.
Man, Thanos, he definitely, like, people like Thanos.
People love Thanos.
And I guess he's a good villain. He's definitely one guy that took on the whole, Avengers.
They kind of won.
It's kind of, yeah.
Kind of won over them.
Crushed the Hulk. Like, that's enough. If I see you crush the Hulk, I don't want no beef.
I'm backing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm backing up. Like, we need another plan.
I want no beef. Like, he crushed the Hulk, then he killed Scarlet Witch's, lover, Vision. He just took his envelope. He took it out his head. Like, that's mine.
This is mine. Give me what's mine. Let me get that up off you.
Yeah, let me get that. Yeah. Like, he was just a savage.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel as if there are other characters that came out on the Marvel end that you just relate to. Not even just the villains, but the heroes you relate to better. Like, remember when Iron Man had a panic attack? You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
He was an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had issues with his girl.
He went through a little stint right there where it was rough. It was rough for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
my man hit every middle-age crisis that could happen. It happened to my man Iron Man. Like,
all at once.
He
just went into like seclusion after a while. Like, man, daddy issues. He had the daddy issues.
By Endgame, my man had PTSD. Like, just in the cabin, just like, I just wanted to sit here. And he did the same thing Thanos did. Like, I just want to just chill.
Yeah.
In the cut.
See, but then that's where it's like those two were the same. Because remember, Iron Man had some pretty radical ideas. Who like, we should have put the shield around the Earth, like I told y'all to.
We need a supercomputer.
Like, now I hate all of you.
I hate all of you guys because you didn't listen to me. Yeah.
I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so, and we paid the price.
I like how it took one woman to tell him that a black kid is dead for Iron Man to just want to just up and change everything. Like, what? We need paperwork inbound. You know what I'm saying? They need to restrict us. We can kill another kid.
We're too powerful. We need to.
We
need some restraint. We're doing too much. We're destroying buildings. People getting rocks dropping on them. It's not good, guys. We're bad. We're bad for the earth.
We're bad for everything.
But I mean, you got that where you see his character development.
Yeah.
You see Thor's character development. You see, the Hulk, how he goes through his things, and Captain America, everybody
went through something.
Even the Winter Soldier. It was like,
went through like a whole thing with this homeboy and everything. And they don't have that kind of stuff in the DC universe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see Batman and Wonder Woman, there is no reason why they should be talking to, like, they have to make up a stupid reason why they're talking to each other. Yeah. And it's not even vicious.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
Even the Batman that they had in the DC universe, like, they spent so much time making him like not Batman trilogy dark, but a weird kind of stupid dark where he's shooting people and making jokes.
Like the Batman that laughs or something like that.
Yeah, I was like, why is this Batman using an auger?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
like
saying? Shooting people.
Universe Batman, where it's like, I'm using guns. Everybody else is using them.
I'm using guns now? Are you just using guns now? Like,
I'll shoot you.
So all you do is use guns and make jokes. There's no crazy like development of character.
Yeah, they've done some weird stuff with Batman, man.
Yeah, but like, it don't make sense.
I feel like if they stuck with like the Dark Knight-ish, like, that's so weird that they went away from it.
Because the story structure was so strong. Everything was together.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? I feel as if they didn't manage time correctly.
Yeah.
They rushed it.
Money grab.
Yeah.
Action movie.
Yeah.
That's basically what it feels like.
It kind of was. Like, we need to get paid.
We gotta catch up.
We gotta get paid. We need to have Superman versus everybody.
Yeah, nobody cares about. Like, you know what they have to do? They need to do is bring out like Darkseid and all the other villains that actually be killing these superheroes.
Yo, like, y'all could have had Darkseid.
That's what they gotta do.
Like, who was that X guy? That X guy who kept talking about his mother, and his mother was the 3 boxes or something? Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly. He was a nobody.
Like, they need to explore like the Robins when Batman's not around. Like, that's some good story right there too.
Could be working some decent story.
Didn't the Christopher Nolan Batmans ended where they were about to go, like, Robin was teased at the end.
Like, he about to do something. You see him about to.
Like, nah. I'm just about to leave y'all one for more. Like, I'm not even about to make a movie about Robin, but this is Robin.
This is Robin. Pay me, this might appear. Pay me enough money.
Yeah, if you pay me, I might. And Jordan Gordon-Levitt.
Doors open.
He's actually a good actor. I would watch that.
I would watch it too.
I love him.
I would
love
totally
that guy.
watch it.
Like, Inception, he was dope. Dope in Inception. Like, his character was good. I just like him. I think he would make a good Robin.
I agree. You know, one thing that I liked about the Robin to, he always went from that to a superhero, is that usually that there's some form of time skip.
Yo, I know, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's usually like some kind of time skip or.
I like time skips.
Yeah. Like I feel as if with time skips there's a here and a there and a, you know what I'm saying? Like
it can be done well and then it could be overdone.
It could be overdone.
Yeah.
It could be, you know what I'm saying, shark jumping, you know what I'm saying, overkilling.
So with that being said, do you feel like anime and stuff use it good or bad? Like, is it done well or overused?
Overall, I would say that is done extraordinarily well. Like, as far as like a story development tool,
Agreed.
it works very well. I think it's great for expounding on characters and giving them time to grow and change and be different, but yet still be the same, and callbacks. I think it's great for like moving the story along to something that you care about. Like, we can skip, you know what I'm saying? Anything that gets us away from fillers, I'm down for.
Right. I agree. Dragon Ball did it well.
Oh yeah.
Like, a lot of people, when I was coming up watching Dragon Ball Z, I don't even think a lot of people knew Dragon Ball existed when I was watching Dragon Ball Z. I know I didn't at first. At first I didn't. Like, you just, the show starts off, they're all meeting up. It's a reunion. He has a son now, apparently.
Yeah.
But then you find out, it was a whole series before this. Like, he was a little kid learning how to fight and all this and that. But they do a really good job with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, in my opinion, of taking the stuff from the old show and, like you said, moving it along in the new show. Like, everybody's older. Now you find out why Kami is an alien and where he's from.
He's not a demon, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's actually, just an alien from another planet. And we're about to go see.
We're about to go see right now. Yeah. Like, that whole Kami God thing. Just forget about all that.
It's like, this is interesting. But I liked it because it moved it along.
Yeah.
You had Goku grew up. He's a grown man now. He's a family guy. He's passing it down to his son. Chi-Chi's older. She's no longer that annoying kid.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still annoying.
She's still annoying. She still got hands.
But she's still, a mom now and a housewife.
Oh, yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
The
yeah.
Ox King is like the gentle giant now.
Gentle stepdad coming through. Not stepdad.
Homicidal killer that he was.
I don't even remember him being that bad.
He was like very violent, dog. I think he had an axe and everything. He was chasing Goku with it.
Remember the axe. I definitely remember the axe.
And then the Red Ribbon Army came back around.
Red Ribbon Army, yes, I definitely remember that.
And all that. It was like, and the Red Ribbon Army is like a legit force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Like, Red Ribbon Army used to go hard back then.
Yeah.
And what they had? They had some kind of general, what was his name?
I don't remember.
Where he kept throwing the log and jumping on it, and that's how he would travel to places.
He got around. He was like like a Tai Chi master or something, right? He wasn't even in an army uniform. He was just one of the, I don't even know what it's called. I want to call it a gi, but it's not that.
Garb.
Yeah, it was like traditional Chinese,
yes,
attire. Like, if you were, doing Tai Chi or something in the park, you would wear that.
He would be the G.
He would throw the log, and that's how he got around. That was crazy.
Just surfing it, which is awesome. But I love how Dragon Ball went from an exploring adventure where you're traveling around and you're doing all this cool
it's
stuff.
Just straight adventure.
To straight up, like, sit down. We fit in a train and tournament and train and tournament and train. Different planet, tournament, tournament, training montage.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I loved how it went from that to that. You know what I'm saying?
And you could see the growth. Like, Goku's body changed the more he, trained.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you could see him like buff, and then even when Dragon Ball Z started, he was kind of like a chubby buff. Like you could see he had muscle.
Yeah, like he had
was like his body was kind of soft because he doesn't train as much as he used to. You know, he had a dad body.
He had the dad body. That's first, yo.
He had a dad body. Like everybody was kind of chubby, but when they got the Namek, everybody was cut up.
Real, yeah, it got
everybody
real.
was cut up.
Hey, that gravity training, man. Yo, hey, if gravity training ever becomes real, I'm gonna try it. And it's probably going to destroy my knees.
It's probably bad for your joints and stuff.
It's probably terrible for you.
But I also feel like, Naruto did it well too. Naruto did it well up to a point. So hear me out. Hear me out. So you start off, Naruto's a kid. He's what, 10, 11 years old or whatever.
12, 13,
And then, it's 13, I think.
13, yeah.
Because it skips and then he's like 16.
17,
right? He goes away, he's training. But my problem with Naruto and Naruto Shippuden was like, I feel like we would have gotten more from a time skip backwards. I could have
like
done
a prequel?
I could have done without Boruto, I think. Because of how it's going. It's like technology is becoming more advanced. Like you don't really need to have any skill. Like
that's
you just
kinda
need
true.
a ninja tool.
You got a ninja
as they
tool.
call it.
Rock with that.
It's like jutsu on demand. Like
know
that's
what I'm
not
saying?
fair.
It's a jutsu gun.
Like that's the whole point of being a ninja. You need to know like I don't have enough chakra.
Nah.
Like I can't. This fight can't draw out too long. Yeah, it's just, like a Spider-Man.
Bow. Water. Water, dog.
But I feel like my problem with them is that they introduced us to so many great characters that you never saw a backstory for. It annoys me. It really annoys me.
I feel you. Like, I would be much more interested in how they would go back and cover, like, the first Sannin and the first, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, old school ninjas from back there. And
I
how
want
it
to
all
see,
got
like, when
started.
they were fighting in armor.
Yeah.
They fought in samurai armor.
Whatever happened to the samurais? Whatever happened to the samurais?
Apparently, a lot of the samurai became ninjas. And maybe that's how it started, though.
I guess maybe that's how it started.
Remember Hanzo from the village hidden in the rain or whatever? Like, he started out as a samurai.
Yeah, he was samurai.
He started out as a samurai and became a ninja. And I'm thinking that's actually how Hashirama and all of them started, because all of them had swords. Like, they fought with swords.
I guess that's because when they covered like the whole thing with the samurai, they were like, okay, samurai are like ninjas, except they don't have ninjutsu. They just put all their energy
into the blade,
blade or whatever. Yeah,
which I never really understood either, because it's like.
So that means you guys should be able to cut through everything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be cutting everything.
Y'all
you know what I'm saying?
Manipulate nature types.
Nope.
With this sword, because I know anytime Sasuke put lightning into his blade, you can't stop it. It just cuts everything like butter.
You know what I'm saying? Just that was like the special trait of it. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it cuts everything.
It cuts everything? Oh, well, unless you got some lightning something.
Or like Asuma, Asuma with the, wind chakra with the what were those called? The brass knuckles that he had with the blades on it.
Yeah.
Like, he could cut through anything too because of the wind nature that he had. Apparently, wind can cut through everything.
Wind can cut through everything. I think it depends on how you use it and how it works and everything. But I feel as if my opinion, that Naruto was kind of better than Shippuden. And as far as like action, as far as there being, because think about it, just bear with me,
I got you, dog. Go.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like in Naruto, you had to catch him slipping. You know what I'm saying? In Naruto, you had to fake left, throw something to the right.
Substitution
jutsu. You know what I'm saying? Hit him in the ankle. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll put their guard down and you do an uppercut through the ground or something like that. Like you had to tactically maneuver and do something smart to outthink your opponent in which you guys are basically even, or the person you're rooting for is actually at a disadvantage because most likely they're children.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Fighting adults.
Fighting adults. You know what I'm saying? Like, why were they always fighting adults? So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was never any other ninja children.
Well,
and that's why the Leaf Ninjas are the best, apparently.
Apparently, because I mean, if you think about it, Zabuza and the Mist Village, all the kids die.
Oh yeah, because actually that was the other.
All the kids kind of die.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, but that one or two that make it out, man, them dudes is fire,
like
dude.
Zabuza, like, oh, you Kakashi, like he the only dude I know that was like willing and ready to go up against Kakashi.
Oh yeah, because a lot of people weren't trying. They weren't about that life.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Zabuza was like, all right, you could. But that also makes me wonder how strong Zabuza actually was.
Well, I mean, think about how strong. Like I will say, like Kakashi came a long way by the end of Shippuden. Like he came a long way, but back then. He couldn't be tested because even when they did the replay, the foreshadowing about Kakashi, when he was 12, 13 running around, he was already gangster. Like he was already Jonin.
But see, Zabuza, they made Zabuza seem kind of weak compared to all the rest of the villains afterwards.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really do nothing spectacular.
He had, the water prison.
I mean, yeah. But
got water
here's the thing too. Here's the thing too.
He had the sword.
Here's the thing too. He actually beat Kakashi.
He low key was like,
if Kakashi didn't have backup,
he would have lost because he got caught in the water prison.
That fight.
He was fitting to drown.
And I get what you're saying. Like it's all coming together.
Yeah.
Like, in Naruto, the fighting was more strategic.
Exactly.
Because Kakashi really only got caught in the water prison because he thought, oh, let me go into the water. But then he forgot, like, oh, this guy.
He can do it with the water.
This is a bad move. And because as soon as he went into the water, like, Zabuza was like,
gotcha.
Like,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I was waiting for this moment. You know what I'm saying?
This is exact you messed up. You know you done messed up.
You know you done messed. He's like, I definitely did. You know what I'm saying? You caught me.
You got me.
And that was fair and that was right. And I like that more so than by the end. It was tight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Where folks were just summoning stuff. Yeah. We done forgot about hand signs. Remember when hand signs mattered?
Facts.
Remember when they were like the speed of your hand signs mattered? Like all that went out the window. Yeah. What happened to the hand signs? Well, I did it when you weren't looking. Yeah. What are you talking about? We all did it when you weren't looking.
I actually know how to do it with one hand.
One hand. Boom.
While it's under my cloak.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Itachi.
I just keep doing it under the table all the time when no one is looking.
And and there were a few times in there where they actually kept the hand signs in there where you actually saw, I think it was when Itachi was fighting Sasuke, the hand signs mattered a lot more because even when like Itachi was dodging something, he was weaving hand signs.
At the same time.
So it was like, all right,
I feel you on that. Like that's tight. That's tight.
That's tight. But then, like you said, as Shippuden started going, it got to the point where I think they were more focused on like the characters with like the dumb high chakra reserve.
Well, I feel as if they made the same mistakes that they made with Dragon Ball Z going into
power
GT.
Levels didn't matter. No
power levels after going over 9,000.
Power levels didn't matter no more.
Out the window.
It's like scouters can't even read power levels. Just throw them away.
Throw them away. How powerful is Naruto and them? Immeasurable.
Immeasurable.
Just know that they could destroy us all.
But it's like, and that's where it was like OP, where it's like you had Madara and Hashirama.
Oh yeah.
They the only two that could really fight each other. Yeah. Let's be real.
Like it was clear after Madara did that fight scene where he fought everybody with the two meteors and everything.
Y'all can't touch me. Like I'm a god. I'm literally a god.
None of you.
Like what he should have did if Madara was like a real G, I would have did what Orochimaru did. Man, I'm going to start my own village.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Uchiha and we just going, this is the Uchiha village, the village hidden in the Uchiha family. Like
village hidden in the eyes. Right. You know what I'm saying? We just out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Like if he was smart, that's what he should have did.
He would have been more successful.
It would have literally been 2 villages.
Yeah, and they would have had. Well, they did. He did something like that. He had the village of the sound. Remember?
Well, Orochimaru did.
Yeah, Orochimaru. Oh,
Madara didn't. Madara just went away.
You are right.
Yeah,
you are
Madara
right.
just went away and was like, I'm an outcast.
Like, yo,
I'll be back.
You know what I'm saying?
With the 9 tails.
I think the idea of putting the Uchihas in the position of the police was retarded.
I mean,
can I say that word? It was a bad idea.
Yes. I don't. You know what? I mean, and that was Toby Rama's way of keeping eye
keeping
on
the
him.
treaty.
I guess because they were the police, they actually answered to the Hokage, and because of that, it was like, I know everything y'all doing, or at least I should, and if I don't, it's a problem.
Yeah. This is your problem.
It. Like, that's why you had Itachi in there playing a double agent. It's like, yo, I need you to keep an eye on your family because I'm going to hurt somebody.
Yep.
I don't trust y'all.
Yep. which was actually really covered in Naruto. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Of the whole covering the background. And you know what I'm saying? Like the whole, and Shippuden, it kind of was like, yeah, they're all dead, and I'm just super emo. I'm just super emo in my feelings. Yeah. And then Boruto was just straight downhill.
Yeah, Boruto, it
just.
I could have done without a Boruto for now. I think it has its place, but I feel like a lot of us that watch Naruto and love it, like, yo, I want to learn about the ninja that we didn't learn about. Like Kakashi's dad apparently was dope. Like, an older ninja from the Sand Village was about to crush Kakashi because she thought he was his dad.
It's about to crush him.
What does his dad do to make her so angry?
His dad is a G. We gotta figure out what happened.
Like, it's on site. Like, she was like, you killed my son. I'll murder you. It's like, oh, what'd he do?
They could have done all of Naruto from the aspect of the Anbu, and it would have been brilliant.
Yo.
Brilliant.
I'm telling you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
There's so many spinoffs that need to happen. They need to happen.
Of all the spinoffs, there's Rock Lee. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we having this as the spinoff, like the Rock Lee show?
I did enjoy the Kakashi Gaiden when they went back and Kakashi was a kid.
Oh,
and you kind of got to see how Minato fought.
I know there's this one scene where it was like Kakashi and Itachi, and they both got finished killing everybody. You just see them looking up, and they just they just had the killer eyes, just like, yo, we just murdered everybody. Like,
and I'm hungry. You trying to go get ramen?
Trying to get some wings and ramen. Yeah,
Kakashi Sensei, I would love ramen. See, but I like that because then you fast forward. Kakashi is the head of Team 7. Yeah. Itachi is a freaking missing ninja.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, he done gone to the dark side like Anakin out here. Like, he was supposed to be the chosen one.
Supposed to be. Supposed to. I still don't understand how they go back and like, oh yeah, he's a peaceful guy and everything. He loved peace. I was like, oh no, man.
Kill his whole family, bro.
That's a whole lot of love for peace right there.
I mean, yeah, but it's like, yo, he really loved his duty that much.
He really loved it.
I guess.
A little.
But then apparently his dad was a G.
Yeah.
Like, what would Demon Eye Fugaku or something like that is what they call him?
Yeah, he was a G too.
We have no idea what that means.
They just died peacefully.
We have no idea what that means.
Son, we support your decisions. Take care of your brother.
Take care of your brother. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't that sound like the most parental thing you could say? Take care of yourself.
I just feel like Kishimoto left us hanging a lot.
Well, I mean, he did kind of pass the torch on to a different writer, and
he did. And artists, because the artwork's different now too.
And I would say that, like, if they do something good, I guess it would be that it's very hard for me to think about what Boruto does well. I hear the manga is really good.
You know what? The manga is good. It's the villains that are actually more interesting to me than the actual main characters.
Really?
At this point, yeah. Like, it's a guy in there named Kashin Koji. I'm like, how can this dude summon toads? Like, only a few people could summon toads, dog.
So he had to do something to get that gift. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, that's everybody that came under Jiraiya.
Yeah,
you
so he had to work under him at some point.
Like he's the mystery guy that's keeping me interested. I'm like, who is he? And he knows fire jutsu. I only know one family that really fire.
Goes into it,
which is the Sarutobi's, which is Asuma and the third Hokage. It's like,
gotta see how this ends.
Who's this dude?
Gotta see how this plays out.
And that's that's literally what keeps me like wondering, because it's like caution. Because he's dope. And he's dope. Like, he's a dope character.
He's a dope character?
He's a dope character.
I stopped watching after that whole thing with the eye dude and the stars.
I've yet to see Kashin Koji in the anime. I stopped watching the anime.
You stopped watching the anime?
The filler was just too much.
I couldn't watch the anime. The anime was really just like, I felt like I was wasting my time.
Yeah, it was
I felt as if I didn't appreciate the characters.
Yeah,
like, you're not a bastard, you know what I'm saying, who's possessed by a demon, you know, in a time of war.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Actually pretty smart and good at fighting. Like, he's not a bad ninja.
Yeah.
Per se.
But he's like someone with all the advantages of the world. Like, you have all the advantages.
You don't need to be the main character.
Yeah, like, you're good, bro.
Yeah, you good, bro.
You're good, bro. Yeah. I would be happy if they actually, and I don't know if they do this or not, if they focused on Sasuke's kid more. That would be, you know what I'm saying? Like a female ninja who got the eyes, who really going about, just really kicking butt.
That's facts. That's facts.
I could admit this time, you know, Naruto's kind of backing her up.
Everybody's friends. Like, I don't even know who Boruto's rival is. Does he have a rival? I don't think so. I don't think he has
the stone
rival.
dude, the dude with the little tuft of hair right there. It's a different color. Man. It's not a good show.
If he did have a rival, it would be Gaara's kids.
Which would be tight.
Who were dope. But they're barely in the show.
They're barely in the show. They only just make like an appearance and roll out.
Like,
and that's all they do.
They're legit side characters.
It's like all the good characters are side characters. They don't really, in my opinion, don't really focus on who they should be focusing on. But, you know, as far as Naruto is concerned, though, do you feel as if they use the time skip appropriately or not?
From Naruto to Shippuden, loved it.
I agree.
He went away for 3 years. He came back. Everybody was like grown up. Everybody had, you know, advanced, you know, except him. Everybody. And the development, like, I like the development. Like, it was like people's lives and stories came to a close. Like Jiraiya, my man. R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Jiraiya.
Jiraiya, his story had a dope ending.
Jiraiya the Gallant.
Yeah, it was like they worked my man, but if he had to go, I'm glad it was like a G, because he was fighting 6 dudes all at the same time by himself. And held his own until he didn't.
Until he got caught.
Yeah. He just let his guard down that 1 second.
That's all it took. And he was over. And I will say, like, you know, Jiraiya was a great character. And I agree with you. Like, from Naruto to Shippuden, perfect. I even agree in theory with the idea of seeing the time skip in Naruto, in Boruto, because I was curious to see, like, how is Naruto ever gonna be Hokage?
Yeah.
What does that look like? Yeah. What does all the people he grew up with look like? You know, are his friends okay?
What did everybody do?
What did everybody do? Did they get together? So even with that, theoretically, I don't necessarily like how they did it. I like how the characters are a little bit more like a mix between the diverse and the same. Like, they got Choji now, except now Choji is a smart
daughter,
now it's Choji's daughter who's black and is like in your face. And
like, you see the different villages mixing
together, you know, globalization, and see how it affects like the smaller community. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then there's just peace because of that. Like, how do you go to war? Like, you have Shikamaru, he's, you know, with Tamari. You can't go to war with the Sand Village. You can't turn, these families are too intertwined now.
Everybody's, but if you remember, like, the whole country or state or whatever, nation, they all fall under the Fire Nation, so you can still get into it with other nations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even then, like, everyone was doubting if their own kids would be able to go into war. Like, everybody's looking at their kids like, our kids are soft, man. You seen our kids?
Soft as butter.
Eating cheeseburgers.
Melted butter, man.
Taking the train.
Dog.
We didn't have the train back then. We had to run.
Nobody has a ninja tool.
Yeah.
Like, what is that about?
What is a ninja tool? You telling me you got jutsu? You got a contraption that shoots out jutsu?
Right. Like, how do you even know which jutsu's about to come out of here?
Oh, they do the hand sign, and that controls which one pop. Yep, water, wind, fire. Yeah, that's how they do it. I was like, yo, that's thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's whack.
Like, I need a water jutsu. Quick.
That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's... And I didn't like how the story was done, but I did like the concept of those time jumps. Mm-hmm. With that being said, have you ever seen Code Geass?
Nah. That's one of the few.
So, okay. Code Geass is kind of like if Gundam, if the pilots, some of them, had superpowers that were bestowed upon them. So the main character, his name's Lush. He is he's living in Japan. He's kind of like a white guy though. Mm-hmm. Japan has been enslaved by the English. They called like
English.
Yeah. They call like something, but they call all the Japanese like 11s. Like they're super discriminatory against them and stuff like that. So Lelouch gains in the crazy chance of circumstances powers to control people by looking at them, telling them what to do. His eye kind of like changes. The thing comes up in his eye, tells them what to do. It shoots out, hits them in their eye, changes their brain, and they just go and do whatever it is, right?
Interesting.
It's an awesome power. Between that and his tactical abilities, he outsmarts his opponents to get whatever it is done. You know what I'm saying? Where he's trying to free out his country. And if you like Gundam, and if you can kind of stomach the whole high school thing, because they find a way to work that in there.
Everything's high school.
Everything is high school. And Pizza Hut for some reason. Everything is Pizza Hut in high school in the show. Which is funny because everyone is really skinny too. But anyway.
Nobody's eating this dough.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but they do a really good job of skipping the time in which, you know, like he does his thing of trying to take over. His pops catches him, whoops him, and kind of changes up the story. So by the next one is kind of like jarring because you're like, what's going on? Where's this guy's sister? He doesn't have a brother. Why is his brother there? What's going on? And like for 3 or 4 episodes, you're kind of lost as to like what has changed, why has it changed, and is it changed due to somebody's specific power? Yeah. I
have to check that out.
It's definitely worth watching it, but it is not as good as. Please tell me you've heard of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yes, I was watching season 1.
Yes,
the first one.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is fantastic. They spend an inordinate amount of money on audio, on purchasing music. If you notice with the characters, they're actually named after a lot of bands and stuff like that.
I didn't pick up on that.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you notice, the creators is really into music. They're really into, like, American music, jazz, hip-hop. And
I got the jazzy.
Oh, yeah. And one of the episodes, after one of the arcs, is I think it's what is it? Man, their closer song is like Nothing Wrong with Bump and Grind. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. Like they just pull songs of whatever year that they're into. And no. Freaking You.
Oh
yeah, you know. Yeah. It's that song. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like. As the years go by, the characters in JoJo kind of develop.
Are you serious?
So they become slightly more effeminate as it goes.
It was like when it skipped, it was like generations.
It is generations. Yeah. So it is like 100 years will go by, or 50 years will go by.
Because I saw one that looked pretty modern, but then the one I was watching, it was like old England.
Yeah, that's where. Oh, so you're watching the one with the vampire mask and the beginning of Dio and everything. That's where you start, man. Like that's where he learns the hormone breath.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And one thing that I love about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is that it always builds on top of everything.
Oh, the previous thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the whole hormone thing is going to come into the next thing.
Something, it was like stands, and I'm like, they don't have those in this one.
Stands just come in there like after a while.
I don't see the spirits that they're talking about.
It comes in the third one.
Okay.
So there's like...
all right. So I got pushed through.
Yeah.
Netflix only has the first season, though.
Oh, no. They got to have all of them.
Nah, they don't.
They don't have all of them?
Nah. I got to get like my Hulu popping or something.
Yeah. You can use my Hulu if you want.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I got it. I feel
like more people should do that. Like, it's just a co-op. Like, everybody just use the password.
Yes.
Everybody put in.
Everybody buy one subscription and then share it with your homies. You know what I'm saying? Then you can have all of
month, dog. What's the password?
Oh, bruh. Like, please tell me you have Disney Plus. Like,
yes. I've been meaning to get rid of it, actually.
What?
I'm done with The Mandalorian.
Oh.
I watched it already, and I feel like that's...
Is it worth having?
I don't know. I don't think so,
That's what I was worried about,
I don't
man.
think so. Not for me, anyway. I mean, for me, maybe if the boys, like, I got 3 sons. They like cartoon movies.
Yeah.
Then I feel like they've watched them all, and then they don't want to watch it.
And then they're done with it.
Yeah.
I mean, but some kids, like, they'll just watch movies over and over and over.
And they will if I'm like, here, watch a movie. But I feel like, I don't know. For me personally, it's not worth it for me. The Mandalorian is a great show.
Yeah.
And maybe if I wanted to watch more Star Wars and Marvel stuff.
Or The Simpsons, yeah.
Or The Simpsons. Which is a lot of episodes of The Simpsons.
There's a lot of years of Simpsons.
But
Simpsons called out the coronavirus.
Damn, did they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they did.
Oh my
they did it like
man.
they did it like 15 years ago.
It's like people need to study The Simpsons.
Yo,
what else did they say?
Yo, Simpsons called out Trump running for government.
Yes.
Trump.
I saw that.
Simpsons
I actually
called
saw
out
that episode.
everything.
That's crazy, man.
They are some smart cats.
Somebody's time traveling. I don't care what nobody say.
So, what's it called? I was gonna say, like, I don't know if we have like I wouldn't say so much of a word as a disagreement, but I am a huge advocate of anime, and I know that you are a huge advocate of manga.
There's a place for both, I think.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? There is a place for both. Okay, so I got into manga. I was at the community college. My classes were in the morning from like 8 to 11. I was in class, and after that, I'm done. But my girlfriend at the time, her classes are a little later, like ran a little longer.
Yep.
So in my downtime waiting for her to get out of class so I can, pick her up, take her back home, one of my buddies was reading it. So that's how I got into Naruto. I would read Naruto. I didn't watch it at all.
Really?
At all. I
read
was
it.
like a manga purist when it came to Naruto at first. I didn't start watching Naruto until it came on Toonami, whenever that was.
Oh, wow. That was like way later on. That was way when they had the dub.
I was reading. So I like manga because I know that manga usually has more detail than the anime. Like the manga for Naruto would go into... It
does have a lot more depth.
It would go into why things work the way they work.
Yeah.
More so than like... The anime would kind of glaze over it.
The anime would focus on more so looking pretty than really covering as much story and detail.
Yes, but the manga was so easily digestible. Like I can get through chapters, which were like episodes in the anime.
And if you didn't understand something, you just went back and was just like, let me read this.
And you can reread it. I used to do that all the time. Some stuff works, but like if it's too much dialogue, too much going on the page, I'm turned off by it.
I understand.
Naruto, Bleach, and Full Metal Alchemist got it right.
I love Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah.
Like those 3, I can definitely. Those were the first 3 I read.
Was there a terrible one? Was there like a crappy one that was like, ew? You read this and was just like, I don't like it. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't like it.
I think the only one I could really say did that for me was Attack on Titan. That's the first one I was like, I'm not gonna read this. I'm gonna just wait.
You know what? I kind of fell off of it, on Attack on Titan too. Like I didn't go back and finish it after. I think it was I definitely got past the second season. I don't think that I got past the third.
Yeah, the third was pretty good.
Third was good.
It answered a lot of questions.
I gotta go back and get that. Back and get that. But with all that being said, about you know what else is good about manga? The continuation of the story.
Yeah, and it's faster. Like you see more. You see more of the story, man. You see,
we're gonna go back to staring at Kyle now because we can.
You see, I feel like I feel like the manga definitely moves faster. And I used to hate the fact that it's like, yo, why haven't you read the manga, dog? I want to talk about what I read. And I think that's where people look down, like manga readers look down on anime guys
for not reading.
Y'all are waiting a whole year to find out what I know. I have all the spoilers and I'm cracking at the seams. You know what I'm saying?
I just can't read, man. I just can't. It's too much reading, bro. It's too much reading.
I feel like it's very easily to digest, man. I feel like it's easy to digest. I feel like the chapters are just right. Like it's like, yeah, you can watch it. Like I'll read a Naruto chapter and I'll go back.
I can't read right to left, man.
Fight. I'll watch the fight. It is confusing. Like if you're not used to it, yeah, it takes some getting used to.
It does. We all read subtitles at some point or another, but we gotta go. We gotta go. This is Co-Play Media.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Deuces.
In DC, for DC. DC Radio, 96.3 HD4 and DCRadio.gov.